for not wanting to share my food all the time. I'm a 37-year-old woman, and my boyfriend is 36. Over the past year and a half of our relationship, food of all things has become one of our biggest sources of conflict. At this point, I'm honestly at my wit's end, and I can't tell if I'm being unreasonable or if his behavior is. We've been together for about a year and a half, and living together for roughly 13 months. Since moving in together, we've had countless arguments about food, specifically about him eating my food without asking. There have been several times when I noticed something missing from the fridge or pantry, only to later find out he had eaten it. Sometimes he wouldn't tell me, and other times he'd hide the fact that he had taken it until I asked directly. I've told him many times that one of my few firm boundaries is simple. Please ask before eating my food. To me, it's about respect. To him, it's unnecessary. His view is that because we're in a relationship, what's mine is automatically his, and he shouldn't need permission. For context, I've never eaten his food without asking. In fact, I rarely even ask for any of it at all. This issue became serious enough that we eventually went to couples counseling. After working through it, things seemed to improve. He started respecting my boundary about taking food without permission. But now a new issue has appeared. He expects me to share my food with him almost every time I eat. And I mean almost every time, probably 90% of my meals. If he has just eaten and I make scrambled eggs, he expects some. If I open a bag of almonds, he wants a handful. If I'm having a snack, I'm supposed to offer him some even if he doesn't ask. I don't mind sharing occasionally. That's normal in a relationship, but this feels constant. The situation that really confused me happened recently. I was eating a salad. I'm a slow eater, so I had been working on it for almost 4 hours. By that point it was soggy, and honestly not very good anymore. When he mentioned that he was hungry, I didn't offer him any of it. He got upset. Not just a little upset, he went into another room and cried, because I hadn't offered him a bite of my soggy salad. This isn't unusual. When I don't share my food, he often cries. And I genuinely don't understand why. For additional context, we're not struggling financially. We both earn 6-figure incomes. I actually do most of the grocery shopping, and usually pay for the groceries. I also cook dinner for both of us at least twice a week. We even have steak nights, sometimes with Wagyu that I buy and prepare. On top of that, I pay for a meal delivery service, and he eats about 80% of those meals, which I'm perfectly fine with. There's always plenty of food in the house. We also live in a busy area where food delivery is easy and fast. He's perfectly capable of cooking for himself, and sometimes he does. He also buys groceries occasionally for things he wants. Meanwhile, I almost never ask for any of his food. The only thing I use regularly is a couple tablespoons of his almond milk for my coffee, and I asked permission for that first. So now I'm left wondering, am I the asshole for not wanting to constantly share my food and feeling frustrated when he gets upset or even cries because I didn't offer him some?